may be still something which you think can help in improving the productivity. So this is based on my experience, which I think that these are the factors which can help any person be productive in life. It's not about only the professional life, it's just that in the personal life also, if you know like how to manage things well, then it's a win-win situation in personal life as well. So let me start. This is the our standard knowledge etiquettes slide. So I would request everyone to please keep their thing on silent, and please do not interact on any other groups, because I know that people usually do it. I have seen it like in the previous and I would love to get a feedback from all of you, and let us make it a fun and interactive session. It's not a one way kind of a technical session where you don't have any knowledge and you can't contribute. I think everyone can contribute in this, even if you're an intern or you're an experienced person. What worked well for you, what thing you can share with others, which can help in improving their productivity, right? So this is the guy who's rising up, and just he needs to get up on the ladder. If he stops, then he'll fall down, right? So basically, if you see, there are two there's a background noise which I can. Yes, I'm. Yeah. Quickly check. So basically, if you see, if you talk about top productivity boosters, if you find it on internet, then you will find a list of 50 boosters, 100 boosters. There's a long list, right? It's difficult to get remember all those things and implement. So I have basically tried to categorize into two categories. Like one is the main thing, the core thing. If you are like done on it, then there are some additional factors, right? So one is you should have a balanced core. You should have a holistic wellness of your body, mind, and spirit. Like till you are holistically well, you will not be able to be productive. And then there are some other helpful habits, skills, and factors which could help you in being productive. Um, so the first thing, which is very important, is a happy and a cheerful attitude. Happiness is like, I don't know why is it behaving like this. Happiness is something which is which is directly proportional. Like if you are happy, then you are in flow with, you are in harmony with the universe, and the things are like flowing properly. There is no obstruction, and it's an effortless effort. So you may not have to spend much of an effort, and things just happen, right? So one this is a basic core thing. Like you should work in the personal life also. It is very helpful that you start a day with a happy or a cheerful mode, and then you will see that the things, they start falling into place. uh, then the loving, calm, and peaceful thoughts, right? This is very important. When we work in a office environment, and when we have like a lot of things to do in less time, then sometimes the things get stressful, and then we get with a negative kind of thoughts, we get stressful, and we also get very competitive thoughts, we get revengeful thoughts. So all those thoughts, they bring your energy down. So basically your the energy which you can spend in doing the things productively, that energy goes in, gets consumed in this negative kind of thoughts. So whatever whatever vibrations you send, that vibrations, they come back to you. So that they help in being a nice and a well balanced person, and they help you in all spheres of life, right? So you should be like having a loving, calm, and peaceful thoughts. I think my voice and everything is like it's properly audible. If there is any concern, then please speak out, right? Johnny, is it all okay? Yes, it's audible, Pooja. Okay. Then, we should have some routine of meditation, some yoga, and some exercise. Even if you guys are like young, like most of the people here are young in the company, and they don't even they're already very energetic, very physically healthy. They do not have any physical exercise or a yoga kind of routine. But as you go further down the line, like in few years, like if you're like 5 or 10 years or 10-15 years, if you work in this industry, you will feel that you need to have a routine, like to keep your body fit, because otherwise you will not be able to handle the stresses well. Even if you are young, it's better that you should have, because there's a lot of negativity around. So to handle the pressures, to handle the life situations better, you should be having some of these things in your daily life, like be it yoga, be it exercise, whether you are like you like jogging, or you like cycling, you like swimming, you sports, like it can be anything, but something should be there which helps you, keep your body in, and all these things, they help your body and mind and spirit, they keep it well, right? So if that is well, then you will have less anxiety, less depression, less like your rigid joints. So if you don't have the pain in the body, then obviously you can work better. If I have a pain in my shoulder, if I have a pain in my back, then definitely it affects my productivity, right? So if we keep our body fit and fine, then our productivity will definitely be better. Then food also plays a, I think, a major role. So what we are what we eat, right? So so whatever we put inside our body is like the the kind of output we are going to get out. So if we are like eating a nutritious healthy diet, then we will be feeling that. If you're eating junk food, then you will yourself feel that, you will feel sleepy, or you will, if you eat something very spicy, then you feel like little angry. So the kind of food you eat affects your like day to day routine, right? So you should have a healthy nutritious diet, and then you should stay hydrated, especially in the summertime. If you can't like just drink water, then it should be I don't know why it's going to the next slide. Some problem is there. So you should have some, like some lemonade, or some like fruits infused water, or some vegetable juices in whatever form. Try to have more like liquids as much as you can, because they help in improving your brain functioning as well, and they keep you active and energetic throughout the day, and you don't feel dull, and you don't get that kind of feeling that your brain is not working, you're not getting the ideas and all. So it's important to stay hydrated, right? Then sleep is something which is really a very major thing. Like we sometimes especially those who are like who are used to staying up late, sometimes they do not they're not able to balance this 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But it is really must, because otherwise it's gonna impact your if you reduce it to like 5 or 6 hours, you can work for a few days, but then it will be impacting your productivity in the next day. So sleep like a baby, sleep like a dog, but then just have a good sound sleep. Then you should spend some time in nature, like that is it's all the basic things, they which are like for rejuvenating yourself. Whether you are go on a vacation, like right now it's not applicable because we all are in the lockdown state, but at least if you are fortunate enough to have some access to some park or something which is safe, you can go there on a regular basis, so that you can refresh your mind. Like nothing by like being in nature, right? Then there should be some rejuvenation, like you should have some something would interest you, whether it is instruments, whether it is listening to songs, dancing is something a really good exercise, which actually for the whole body, right? Even the singing also, it helps you. If you're feeling dull, and if you start singing, then it helps you get into a good mood. So these are the like basic factors. And then be mindful. It is not easy. It's easier said than done, because we all are like engrossed in our mobiles and everything. And even if we are in the park, we are in the looking at our mobiles. Even if we are at the beach, we are like thinking of something else. So uh, idea is that you should be able to you know wherever you are, be there at that moment, right? If you are in a meeting, your whole focus should be on that meeting. If you are like having dinner, your whole focus should be on having the dinner. You should not be checking your mobiles and checking. So if you learn to be mindful and be in the present moment while you are working, your whole focus will be on the work. So it will definitely impact your, it will definitely improve your productivity. Because if you're not mindful, you're working and then you are thinking that there is some sale going on online, and your mind is going there, so you're just wasting your office hours, right? So you should be learn to be in the present moment, and whatever task is in hand, our whole focus should be on that. Then we should remove the this is something really, which really impacts everyone, because we think that we can only do this much, right? I can't do more than this. I am not I don't have that much of skills. I am not that good enough. I can't learn this thing. So these kind of mental some blocks are there in each and every one of us. So it these kind of blocks, they stop us from getting more productive. Like, if say I can, if in a day, if I think I want to write a, say a 20-page document, right? And if I limit in my mind that, no, it's a big thing, I can't, I won't be able to do more than 10, then I won't be able to do more than 10. So it's all in the mind, right? So we should be able to remove the mental blocks, because if you remove those mental blocks and the limiting beliefs, then there is no end to it. Human mind is like, it's an unlimited potential. You can do it, everything is like possible, right? So it's on us that whatever limit we put on us. And I have personally seen for myself, there are days like, I can reply to like 200 emails on it in a day. I have worked like that. So, and then there is, even just writing a single email, you feel like, what to write, what not to write. So it's all on, what, how you feel, and how, what kind of blocks or, limiting beliefs you are. So if you, these are the basic 10 things. There can be more, like, but these help you strengthen your like inner core. Like, if you are holistically body, mind, and spirit wise well, then your machine is well, right? If your like car is repaired and it's in a it's a good condition, then if you put in the fuel and drive it, it will make sense. But if it is already broken down, then you're just wasting your fuel and you're wasting everything else. So, earlier was, these were the first, were the basic core things which you need to do with your body and mind and spirit. Then there are other helpful factors, like, your workplace should be clean, well lit, ventilated. You should, do not be in a dark room, where there's no natural light and no fresh air is coming, because all these things impact your productivity, right? So if you work in a well lit room and a ventilated room, then it will definitely help you be more joyous, more cheerful, and your output will be more. So like this girl who is sitting in a dark room, it trains your eye, and it doesn't help you out in a long, if you have to work for long hours, right? Your posture should be good, because if you work like this, it doesn't work. If you work like this guy, it will also not work. It will not help you to be productive if you work in these kind of postures. You can't work for long hours. So you have to see that you are because these things are very important, especially when you are working from home. We tend to get lazy, that you're sitting on the bed and working, and then we tend to feel sleepy. So if your posture is not right, then then you will feel sleepy, and then you will not be that productive. So it's important for to be very productive, that you have the right posture, right? Then you should identify your most productive hours, right? uh, some people are like very productive in the in the early morning, right? And some people, they are like they're up late, but only after 12 noon their mind will start working. So you have to identify what is your window, like what is that window where you are most productive, and you should best utilize that window. In that window, there should not be any interruptions, there should not be any disturbance, because if you have not utilized that window, then your whole day is gone. So you should identify for yourself what is that productive hours which are there, and then avoid the distractions. Like, it is because these days, there's very in earlier time it was not there, but now we have the WhatsApp, we have the Facebook, we have the Instagram, and we want to keep up with the news, what is going with the COVID thing. And So we want to check everything. It's good, we should check, but then we should have some timings, like we will be doing it in the morning before we start the work, or we'll be doing it the lunchtime, or we'll be doing it once in the night. But if during the work, if your work requires you to focus and you are checking all these things, then your concentration is lost and then you're not that productive. So it's important that you know that what are the distractions. And if there's any work related email also, like sometimes there are some things which require urgent, like immediate attention. You have to reply at that time. Whatever you are working, you have to stop it and you have to reply back to that email. But sometimes there's something which can be done later, right? So you need not take action immediately at that time. Whatever you are working, please, like, continue working on that so that you don't lose your focus. uh,
Is it something to do with the prioritization, Pooja?
Madam.
Is it something to do with how I prioritize my day and my task?
Yeah, it's basically about how the pattern, how to keep that window separate. Like, how there are a lot of things you have to do, but then when you're doing work, then you're work. Like, if you're getting a call from your friend, right, and it's a good friend, and you are at that time, you're working. It's an office working hours, so you want to speak to that friend. Now it's up to you. If you take that call, that you are then you are losing the work time, right? So you can prioritize and keep all those kind of calls in the evening when you're done with the work, right? So it's not that you don't do those things, it's just that you need to think that while working you will have to avoid the distractions, right?
All right.
Because you distractions will keep on coming. You can't stop them from coming. You can't stop a person from ringing the bell if you're working at home, right? You can't stop a person from like calling you. You will be getting the call. Your emails would be coming. Something will be coming on WhatsApp. Some neighbors would be playing some TV on a high volume, and you will be getting distracted. But it's just for you to decide how to keep yourself focused, and so that you're at the end of the day, what is productivity? It is output divided by input. Like, what is the output coming out of you, right? About the effort you are spending in, what is the output coming out of you? If you are sitting in the front of the laptop for 8 hours and you are not getting that output, then your productivity is not like productivity is not about the effort. It's about output divided by input. So what is the output you are getting out? So we have to be like cautious that we should avoid the distractions during the work time, and as much as possible keep a separate window for that. And then we should be managing the time wisely. Everybody, like most of us would be knowing about this matrix, that we should know like the important and urgent. There are some things which are important and urgent. Like if your house is on fire, right, it's important and urgent, you have to take an action, right? You'll have to do it first. But there is something important and something not urgent. Like you have to water the plants. It is something important that you should water the plants in your garden, but it is not urgent. So if your house is on fire and on the other side you have to plant the if you have to water the plants, obviously you'll first take care of the house, not the plants. So that ways you should know what activity is urgent and what is important, that is to be done first, and what is not urgent. Like I told you, like if you gardening, or plant watering the plants is important thing, but it's not urgent. You can fix a time, like you will do it every day in the morning, right? Then there are some things which are not important for you, but they come up to you like as an urgent, not important for you to do, so you can delegate those things to other people. Like if you are at home, you can delegate it to your like house helps. If you are at work, then you can delegate it to like your other team members who are working with you, so that you are not burdened with this. Ideally you should be spending more time in this metrics, like planning and not just getting into a panic mode, right? Doing the things in a more planned way. And then there are like not important not urgent is like something which is neither important not urgent, so you should have less of those activities. So we should learn, like time management in itself is a separate session, but like I have tried to briefly cover that we should be learning how to manage the time well. Like if we are like four tasks in front of us, we should know which one I should be, which is important, which is urgent, so I should be able to put it in the right quadrant and take the corresponding action. Then our goals should be like specific, measurable, the smart goals, right? Achievable, realistic, and timely. We should set a uh, like realistic goals. Otherwise, we will be able to, we will get on a depressive mode if we put like too high expectations and we are not able to achieve it for ourselves. Then we are ourselves not able to, and then we should have proper to do list. Like sometimes people are like, I have a lot of work to do, I have a lot of things to do, मुझे बहुत काम है, I'm very busy. But you just brain dump, dump it on a paper, dump it on a on some list, and just prioritize it. Otherwise they will always consume your brain's energy, and you will be in a panic mode. So you should always have the to do list, and you should keep on prioritizing them, what and keep ticking off the things which are like done. If you don't maintain those lists, then you it's always in the brain, right? And your brain will always be in that mode, I have a lot of work to do, and you're like, it's all jumbled up. So you should write it down. If you write it down, then half of the thing is like clear, right? Then we should be an intelligent worker, that's shown in the image, that these guys are trying to move the boxes, and he's made the box into a ball so that it's easy to move, right? So we should try to find out ways, like if there's something which can be automated, like I'm talking about this, like in the if we talk about the company or the projects, if there's something which can be automated, right? Reduce the manual, redundant, repetitive tasks, so that your effort is saved. I wanted to put some slide for automation also, but I think it's somehow skipped. So idea is that you should be, try to find out smarter ways of doing things. So it will definitely help you increase the productivity. Eat that frog. What does it mean? It's basically, the worst thing, the most difficult thing, the most important thing. Do it first thing in the morning. Do not procrastinate. If you think it's this story is a very complex thing, or this document, or this mail, or this whatever, this coding which I have to do is, I don't want to do it. Just do it the first thing. If you don't do it, it will not be done. So you just eat that frog alive, right? Then there are some other things which really impact the productivity. They are like, you should have a good speed internet, you should have a good configuration laptop, and because if you don't have these things, then they will affect your productivity. For me, if I tell you, if I don't have a mouse with a laptop, I can't work. So it's all up to, like, what helps you getting more productive and doing the things quickly. Then if you think that you want to have dual monitors, you want to have some smart tools, you should learn some shortcuts, be it the Windows shortcuts, be it the Excel shortcuts. They are always very handy. So one should learn those shortcuts, and they will help you to be more productive. Then we have this periodic digital social media detox. It is very important that for periodically you Johnny, are you also able to hear that disturbance?
Yes, I believe it's from your end, Pooja.
I don't understand what's the reason, because there's the quite. Anyways, yeah. So the detox is very important. Like you, whether you do it on the weekend, whether you do it on a vacation, uh, just try to have some time off from this. Because this digital fatigue is something which really kills you. I have seen it for myself, that I used to be awake very late till like 1 or 2 o'clock, and just checking the Instagram or something like that. And then the next day it used to be like, so feeling so fatigued and so down. So then I thought that what I'm doing in the night time before I'm sleeping. So that then I found that till late night I'm using this mobile, and I'm using this social media platforms, and they are like just consuming and draining my energy. So you also have to see whether the late night time and early morning times are not good for getting onto the social media, because they drain your energy, right? So you should have those kind of detox times. And the meetings should be effective, right? uh, whatever meetings you are having, they should be effective. Like they should not be time wasters, they should not be boring, they should have some agenda, some concrete action plan. They help you to be productive. And they, uh, if you have meetings all the day, then you're productive, because the context switching also takes time. If you're having a meeting, then you start working, then after half an hour somebody again arranges a meeting, then you again go to the meeting, then you come back, you start working. So those things also, they consume a lot of your energy, and uh, sometimes they impact your productivity. So the meeting should be effective, and the probably the times should be such that people get a proper window to work on. There's not at all the time they're in the meetings only. Then too much multitasking is a no. Like, it's we can't avoid multitasking, but then too much of it is a strict no. Like, because it will, you will think, let me check this email, let me at the same time talk to a person on phone, and let me at the same time do this. But then after a while it will be too much for you. On a regular basis is not a good thing. Once in a while, like, I'm not saying that you should not multitask. In these days, you can't work without multitasking, right? But too much of it is not a good thing. Then some people, you should have the team collaboration. Like, it's good to work as a team, but you should have your individual time also, right? These days when you are working remotely, it's like teams are working in a collaboration mode, but it should not be that 8 hours of the day you are just talking to the team on these tools or having the meetings, but you're not having any individual time, right? So your productivity will not come out till you have your individual focus time. So both the things should go on hand. Like, you should have, because the team will help you, get into new ideas and all those things, but you should have your individual work time also. I think this is the last one. You should take the breaks regularly, and they're the physical breaks also. It's not that you should just this 20 20 20 is for the eyes, so that your eyes don't get strained out, and you because all the time we have to work on the screen. So this is something really important that we follow, because otherwise in few years you feel like you're gone, right? So you should take a good care of your eyes and take regular breaks, so that you don't feel fatigued. Otherwise, if you feel fatigued, you have a headache, then your productivity is gone. So that ways you should take these kind of breaks also, where we are sitting, and then you take a break, get up, stretch up yourself, and then sit back again. So it helps you to be in a fresh mood, and refocus back again on the work. So that's it. So that's it from my end, and now I think people can share their views or any questions and all.
So it was really nice, Pooja. I mean, there are a couple of things I could actually note.
Hmm.
One is the rule of 20 20 20. That was very powerful one. Second, the time management matrix was also a nice one. This actually helps us know how do we prioritize our work, because at times, and you rightfully stated that we should not be procrastinating, because if we procrastinate a task, that task becomes a monkey on our shoulder, and we feel irritated, and all of a sudden we realize that we are operating from a quadrant of crisis, so which essentially is the fourth quadrant in time management matrix. And the third thing which I really could make a note of it was, if you have two frogs to eat the ugliest one first. So
Yeah.
that was my takeaway, and I would actually ask and encourage everyone else to come up with their takeaways too. We still have some time left.
Yeah, I think everybody can share from their experiences. Not that because I think there's one thing which I missed out. It's about the self reward. Once you there is one thing is a motivation, that if you do something good, then somebody is motivating you by appreciating you, and your company is giving you some award or something like that. But one thing is the self reward. If I feel that I have done something, then reward yourself, buy yourself a chocolate, get yourself a nice dress, that those kind of things help you, keep motivated yourself also.
I second you, Pooja, on this. And this reminds me of one thing. Uh, it is said that, let me ask one question to everyone. So, who, according to you, is the most important person in this world for you? What happens usually? People say, my parents, my child, my family, etc., etc. However, the reality is that the most important person in your life is you yourself. Because just imagine and consider a moment. I'm imagine that I'm not feeling well or good one fine day. I'm very sad and disappointed. All of a sudden, I receive a call from my mom. I will, of course, try to disguise my emotions, and I will disguising. I'll answer the phone and say hello. And what the other voice will be? Anyone? What the other voice will be? What will it say? Exactly. What happened? See, I didn't say anything, but she sensed it. And knowing that I am not okay, I am disappointed and I am sad, will she be okay? The answer is no. Hence, who holds the potential and the power to make this world a happier place? It is you, it is I, myself, it is you yourself. Now, the next episode is that we all go to birthday parties and we all carry gifts and we gift our friends, our family, and to whoever's birthday party we go and attend to. Why do we carry gifts? That's something a very interesting question. Why do we carry gifts? Anyone? So, all right, let me answer. We carry gifts and we gift the other person because the other person feels happy about it, and we know it deep inside. Now, the mind-boggling question is, how many times we have gifted the most important person in my life when the person has achieved something? So, I second you, Pooja, on this. We must celebrate our success. We must give a pat onto our shoulders when we have achieved something. So we must give some trophies to ourselves. Instead of waiting for somebody else to give a pat on my shoulder, we should be patting our shoulders first. So these are the moments of truth and moments of celebrations we should all look forward to. So I think, Pooja, this was the message you are trying to convey.
Yeah.
So all right. Anybody else? We still have 60 seconds left. Anybody who wants to pour in their thoughts?
Yeah, just share your experiences, like what works best for you, what helps you to be more productive, or any ideas, right?
Yeah. Anyone? Puneet Ramani, Mohammad Alimuddin, Rituraj, Jasmine, Umang, Agnibus, anyone? You would like to share your thoughts?
Yeah, I think like keeping hydrated and like working out early in the morning is the best thing for me because I suffer from headaches a lot, and I have noticed that if I follow these two like routines,
Mm-hmm.
I'm much better off in the at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah. Yeah, sometimes we don't know, why are we not, we have to find the root cause. We are not able to understand why I'm not able to get that output. But the root cause is something, or the basic habit we are not following. So once we fix that, then things, get into place.
I second that. All right. So thanks, Pooja, for this wonderful session. We look forward for many more such sessions, and it is time, everyone. Do not forget to share the feedback. We look forward to receiving your feedback so that we can make
Yeah, and I'm
our
sorry, I
day
think there was some
henceforth.
some disturbance today. I don't know why, like there, because I was also surprised. I was on the one slide, it was going on the next, and there was some noise disturbance also. So I need to find out what was the reason for that. But otherwise, I hope I was able to convey the my voice was clear at least to you guys.
Yes, it was. It
Okay.
was. So thank you, Pooja. Thanks a
Okay,
lot.
Johnny.